it's getting to a point right now where someone's got to start chewing these fighters out. There's a lot of Heyman fighters, and I don't know what their manager situation is, because we know Al Heyman's the advisor. We know you got Sam Watson and the brothers, not twin brother Watsons, who basically manages all the fighters pretty much. So somebody's got to start chewing these fighters out as far as, Adrian Broner didn't make weight. Roberto Garcia, he was trying to kill himself to make weight. Peter Quillen didn't make weight. Anthony Durrell didn't make weight. And now Omar Figueroa, 141.5 and 139.2 for Ricky Burns, PBC on CBS at, what is it? Let me make sure I get the time right. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, national television. It's upsetting. I know I get a little emotional over this stuff, and partly because, by the way, my apologies, I've been behind. I have a wealth of Omar Figueroa and Ricky Burns footage that I haven't been able to get out, because basically Mayweather Pacquiao, we killed me. Literally to the point where I was in the ER this morning, dead ass serious. But we're cool now, no complaints. We're here. I'm safe. I'm cool. I'm relaxed. If you notice, my voice is coming back, so we're good. So everybody, just be cool and let's talk about some boxing. Ricky Burns is in a very, very tough situation, because Ricky Burns, not only career-wise, okay, put it this way, if it was anybody I didn't think was going to make weight, it was going to be him. Now, we know that Omar Figueroa was having issues at 135 pounds, but Omar Figueroa moving up to 140, vacating his belt. I thought, oh, easy work, he's going to make weight. Ricky Burns is who I was more concerned about, even though Ricky Burns, you might as well say he's moving up too. You know, because look at it like this. American fans don't know who Ricky Burns is. I know who Ricky Burns is. Terrence Crawford won his first world title from Ricky Burns when he went over to Scotland. Ricky Burns was supposed to lose to Ray Beltran, but got that gift draw after Ray Beltran broke his jaw. Ricky Beltran was selling out small arenas, was selling out pretty, 5, 8, 10,000 seats arenas over there in Scotland. He's a very big draw over there. For example, over here in the United States, Omar Figueroa versus Ricky Burns on national television really doesn't mean anything. But on a global scale, looking at the Mexican Omar Figueroa and his fighting style, remember, he's, a slugger. He's a guy that's going to go out there and just keep throwing punches and taking punches. And Ricky Burns, so looking at that Mexican following, and then looking at Ricky Burns with his Scottish following, the fight's going to be showing at something like 7:30 p.m. Eastern, no, 7:30 p.m. over there in the UK on Sky Sports. So I guess what I'm saying is this: it's a very intriguing global fight, because Ricky Burns can't take another loss. And also, if you don't know, Ricky Burns is like broke from like the Frank Warren situation or something, or allegedly he's having some financial issues. Whereas in Omar Figueroa, he is a smaller version of a Brandon Rios, but in my opinion worse, because not as a fighter, as a boxer, because literally this kid takes every punch he could possibly take. And also with him taking all those punches that he takes, he's not a guy who's going to be known in the future moving up in weight classes to be knocking people out. And he's notorious. He's had notorious hand problems. So this is a very intriguing fight for him, and also a very winnable fight, in my opinion, for Ricky Burns. Now, Omar Figueroa is going to throw a lot of punches, and he's going to be right there for Ricky Burns to hit. But in my opinion, Ricky Burns is the better overall fighter. Despite his losses, despite in his last 4 or 5 fights, he's looked like shit. I'm just saying, I don't know. And then also, what have we learned about fighters who don't make weight? Things don't usually go as well. But at the same time, Omar Figueroa was looking good at the weigh-in. So we will have to see. Of course, as I said, I had to get my apologies. This week I've been extremely behind, but I was sick. I was pushing my body too hard when I really, really needed to rest. But we're back now on T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live with RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. And I'm going to be here moments after Omar Figueroa versus Ricky Burns, the Austin Trout fight. He was supposed to be fighting Anthony Mundine. I'm going to be here after that. I'm also going to be here after Canelo versus Kirkland. Anthony Joshua, I'm so behind I forgot who he's fighting. Doesn't really matter. But still, I cover all Anthony Joshua fights. I'm going to be here doing Google Hangout about 6-7 hours after after Figueroa versus Burns, and then we're going to talk about everything involved in the day. And then next week is really where I'm going to spread my post-Maypac wings and get back to covering, you know, putting out 50 plus videos a week of me just talking about boxing. I'm just so glad to be able to get back to that. I'm T Street Controversy with RealCombatMedia.com. This is T Street Controversy Live.